I'm just thinking that this is a really, really long summer vacation, and, in due time, they're going to expect me back at the classroom, and I'm going to have to, do well in my coursework and shit. I mean, I don't believe that I'm the age that I am any more than anyone else does, really. I don't think I'm alone in this. I think there's plenty of people who are just like, I just don't believe how old I am. I mean, I don't feel 26. I mean, what the hell? What the hell am I 26 for? I'm not ready for adult responsibilities. I didn't ask for this. Makes you feel a little jealous of the kids who come into my place of work, and I'm like, oh man, look at those little kids. Why can't I be a little kid? It's very sad. But, oh well. I've had my time, and sooner or later they will have their time. They'll grow up to be cigarette smoking, butt scratching, guys just like their fathers and mothers were. I've seen it. I've seen it, alright. Oh, sad fate for such a land such as this, but what can you do, right? You can watch ponies. That's what I do. Yeah, that's right. Your old friend Bone Canoe, he's a brony. And he's not ashamed to admit it. If you haven't discovered the joy that is My Little Pony, I recommend you get your butts over there now. But don't take it from me. Take it from them. They're my gals, dog. So go over there and watch that shit. But don't think I'm telling you what to do. I mean, I am, right? But, no one's making you. No one's making you do it, but I'm just saying, you're not gonna regret it. You're gonna be a happy son of a bitch. Ooh. And being happy is good. I mean, there are probably some misanthropes that want to say, oh, I prefer to be angry. Because there's so much injustice in the world, man. And I just want to be angry about it. But I say, yeah. There is injustice in the world. But what can you really focus on, man? You just have your own life to live, and that's all, When I was 18 years old, I used to beat myself up about, children starving in India and Kenya and Congo and Nigeria and whatever else third world crapsack countries that exist out there. But now I'm like, what can I do about that, right? And what's my connection to those people, really? You just gotta, you start with your own life first. You've got to improve your own state in life. I mean, I'm not saying don't look out for others. I believe very strongly in, we are all in this together. But you just have to focus on yourself, because if you don't focus on yourself, at the end of the day, you're all you got, Nay work. Man, strangely philosophical for a SimCity episode, one might say. But that's okay, because you know what? SimCity is a microcosm of life and shit, Because we're building these model cities, and we expect them to be perfect. We expect everything to work out. But there's always problems, we're always asking, like, why aren't things going the way I want them to? I had this perfect plan in my mind of how I wanted this to go, and it's just not going that way at all. It's just complete crap, and That's really a metaphor for life, right? I mean, we all think we know what we're doing, you know? Or at least the less mature among us think that we know what we're doing. But really, when you come right down to it, none of us knows what we're doing. We're just sort of just pretending, and we're all pretending to each other like, heh, yeah, I know what's going on. When in truth, none of us know what's going on. Are you kidding? I don't know what's going on. Do you know what's going on? If you see anyone in the comment section saying, I know what's going on, I want you to downvote that person, because that person is obviously a liar. And we don't cotton to liars around here on the Bone Canoe channel. Yeah. I'm saying it right now. If anyone says he's got it figured out and he knows what's going on in the world, he's a charlatan, and he deserves your scorn. I mean, if old Bone Canoe can't figure it out, and he's got the biggest brain in the room, then none of you can figure it out, right? I mean, sure, certain ones of you are doing better than others in this grand and very silly game we like to call life. But really, what does it amount to? You're just the tallest midget. That's really all you are. I mean, do you really think that you know anything? Do you really think that you have any knowledge that is really going to change the world? I mean, you know, there were certain things I used to think like, oh, I know things that are going to change things here. But the more I thought about it, the older I got, I'm like, you know, I'm silly, because like most of these things have been thought by somebody in the past, and, well, there's a reason why certain things were just never done, or maybe they were done and they turned out to be failures. It's because, well, you know, a lot of the good ideas have been thought of already, right? That's something we have to consider. So, and hey, I don't mean to be depressing or anything, but, you know, I'm nothing if not honest, right, dogs? So, that's what I say. It's a long road home. But we'll get there. We'll keep paddling our oars. Yeah, you paddle those oars all right, and we'll get there. Man, I'm happy with the way the city's going, even if it's not a, you know, there's nothing too fancy-schmancy about it. In fact, I know this isn't the most optimal design for a city, but, you know, it's unique, and once you've made like 150 whatever episodes I've made, you really have to think like, how can I keep this interesting and fresh? And, you know, you have to just try different ideas. You can't just do the same thing all the time, because people are going to be bored. I mean, the only way they're going to keep interested is if they're captivated by your personality. I mean, I don't have that problem. I have a really captivating personality. You all love me. I know you do. But, you know, other people can't rely on that shit, you know? Because let's face it, most people are boring. You know, there's about a 50% chance that you're a boring person. I'm sorry. There just is. At least a 50% chance. I mean, you might be one of the lucky few that is interesting in some way, but chances are you're not. So, you're going to have to be clever, or pretty. Being pretty helps, but only if you're a girl. So, yeah. Actually, no. Being a pretty guy helps too. I can't deny that. I mean, I'm living proof of that, you know. But yeah. Whoa. Hello, unnecessary road that demolished a house. How are you on this fine October day in November? Or hell, it might be December by the time this is uploaded. No, this will be November. It's for those of you interested in behind-the-scenes bone canoe action. I'm recording this on the early morning hours of November 13th. Just throwing that out there. So whenever this is uploaded, it's going to be later than that because you know how I tend to record. I record in chunks, you know. And oh, I could do that. I could, although it would kind of be stupid. All right. But yeah, I record in chunks, and then I upload those chunks one at a time. So I've already recorded a shitload of episodes tonight. But 3, 4, 5, 6. You aren't going to see them all at once because what do you take me for, man? Look at all that beautiful tract housing. It's kind of funny that the freaking graveyard is the it's the most standouting landmark in all that. And that's not even a word. But you know what? When you have as much swag as me, you can say whatever you want. Nobody's going to question you on it. I mean, I'm just that good, right? I think. Maybe I'm just insane. Maybe I'm just completely off the Warhammer here, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think I know what's up. I mean, not really, but I'm going to say that because it sounds good, you know? That could be my slogan. Bone Canoe. He knows what's up. Or Bone Canoe. He's batshit insane. Works just as well. And hell, you might think that I'm insane and I'm a silly guy who says silly things, but when you really think about it, I am as sane as you, if not more so. I just am more honest about it, you know? That's why I always say I'm a mirror that reflects the human condition. Yes, the very human condition. And you're probably thinking to yourself, oh, nobody can be that conceited to think that they represent the entire human condition. But I'm here to tell you that no, I am that conceited. I do represent the entire human condition. And I think the proof is in my words. This... okay, that's a little too derpy even for my standards. And that's saying something, because I'm the Derpmeister in chief, you know? That should be like an official title, you know? Like the Princess of Wales, Derpmeister in chief. I believe both... I believe I could be either, you know? I could be Princess of Wales. They just won't give me a chance, man. They gotta keep the man down. Because, I mean, Wales could use a princess like me. What the hell am I talking about? Oh. But really, folks, don't you think that I'd be the great leader of the free land of Wales? Because I think I would be. Oh, man. Okay. I really do like how this city is coming along. It's kind of like fruitcake. You have to eat it carefully or else you're gonna choke on it, you know? That's exactly what I feel about this city. I feel it's fruitcake. And any of you who disagree can take it up with Fred, my lawyer. That's right, Bone Canoe has a legal team now. I mean, the suits were just piling up and I couldn't sort through them myself. I mean, my legal training involved, being in the courtroom for several, incidents which I shall not mention. But, I don't have time to sort through all these cases anymore. It's just a little too much, Just a little too much for the Bone Canoe. I mean, when I should be concentrating on making videos for you and being a wonderful wife and husband. It's a long story how I'm both, but, just to take it as it is. But, basically, my legal team is needing to be, like, I need to have one. And I can tell you, they're damn good. They're from California, dog. They don't fuck around in California. They know their shit. I mean, there's California lawyers. There's a reason why they have their reputation as being, California lawyers. Because, I mean, shit, California, man. That's one serious place. I mean, you don't screw around in California. They'll run your ass right off the road and throw you right into the ocean. And remember, the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean that there is. You're going to be swimming a long time. Chances are you'll drown or get attacked by sharks before you get to your destination. So I really do think that you really should rethink your entire life if you're going to be doing something as foolish as you guys know what I mean. But yeah, the Bone Canoe legal team is scouring over the documents right now. I mean, we gotta find out the cause for this. We have to do it, man. By the way, this is unrelated, in the sense that anything is related to anything, but I've started reading Tom Clancy novels. I've never done that before. But I had them recommended to me, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try that out. And, they're pretty good. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to sit here and say that Tom Clancy is a great writer, because he's not. I mean, but he has his strengths, His characters at least have some depth to them. I mean, they're not, amazingly deep characters or anything. You don't really get to go too deep into the personal lives of many, but, it's just enough that you can sort of follow along and understand what's going on. And the situations that he presents are not always plausible, but, they're certainly entertaining enough. And some of them really are plausible. And it's just... And this guy does his research, He knows what he's talking about when he talks about the military stuff. And it really shows through in the work. So he definitely has his strengths, So I've been reading some Tom Clancy novels recently. It's not bad stuff. My dad was a fan, and he, gave me some Tom Clancy books. Now, get this. My mom forced my dad to throw out most of his old paperbacks. That kind of sucks. I mean, I don't think that should be happening in this world. But it did happen. And, well, he's like, well, when I say throw out, they actually donated them to the library, but, they're no longer in his possession, I guess is what I'm getting at here. So he gave me some of his books, is what I'm trying to say. And so there's some Tom Clancy books in there, and I've been reading those. And it's good stuff, Like I said, maybe not the best thing ever written, but it's solid, There's a reason that Tom Clancy has the name recognition that he does. Oh, man. Gotta put down all the residential. You might think that I'm tired of clicking all this, but you would be mistaken. I have not begun to fight. Just like Patrick Swayze or whatever founding father said that. Because I'm going to keep those loops, by the way. Don't think I'm making a mistake here, because Bone Canoe, he doesn't make mistakes. He makes, like, lunch. I mean, maybe not a very complicated lunch, but, you know, for a single bachelor, it's serviceable, you know? I don't go hungry. I don't do that shit, dog. I know what's what. I know who's who. Like I said, I'm a microcosm for the human condition. Wait, is that exactly what I said? I don't remember anymore. That was like minutes ago, man. It might have even been in a different episode by this point, man, but, you know, whatevs. As the kids these days say. Well, maybe not the kids these days, but in some generation or another, that is what the, kids would say. So, I want you to keep that in mind, you know? And I want you to know that fishnet stockings are going to be on sale soon. I was kind of told to pass that word along. Oh, we're not going to build a city hall. What are you talking about? We can meet in my garage. Yes, the mayoral garage mansion. It's probably the greatest feature of this entire city. And you don't even know where it is. And you know what? I'm not going to show you. Because I made that off camera. And that's for me to know and you to not know. You know? So, Oh, man. You know one thing that sucks, man? I developed a cold not long ago, and it's been like 2 weeks, and it's still following me around like a crazed ex-girlfriend. It just isn't going away, and it's, well, no, it is going away, but it's not gone. I guess that's what I'm saying. Until it's gone, I'm not going to be happy. Because it's crazy stuff, man. You know what? I can tell you, you just don't swallow chairs. I mean, have you ever looked at the size of an oral cavity? And then looked at the size of a chair? These two things do not go together, man. If you put a chair in your mouth, you're most likely going to delocate your jaw. And if you do that, you know, you're going to get like... You open yourself up for several kinds of cancer when your jaw is dislocated. I mean, don't take my word for it. Consult the National Consortium of Medicine. They know their stuff, and I wouldn't doubt their findings. Dislocating your jaw is a pretty serious business. I mean, there was this one time when things were getting frisky with the ex, you know, and I went and no, I can't talk about that. That's right, yeah. We gotta keep this clean and family friendly after all. We're not gonna go there. You see, Bone Canoe, just like your congressman should, is watching out for the children. I mean, we don't want to tell them horrific tales of dislocated jaws that came from poorly performed sexual acts, do we? But, you know, that's neither here nor there, you know. Whoa, okay. But let's look at our city. This has all been part of one big long session, as you might imagine, and it's coming to a close soon, but look at all that beautiful tract housing. I mean, I really think it's quite the sight, and everyone's gotta love this, you know? I mean, what are you gonna do, man? You gotta come to the tracks. You gotta live like a human being was meant to live, in grids and rows, without any freedom of thought or expression or any of that shit. Yeah, you cry for more juice, I'll give you juice. Orange juice. Should do that. An aerial bombardment campaign where the bombardment is apple juice. I mean, I don't think anyone in their right mind could object to such a juicy and wonderful little bombardment. I mean, hell, I wouldn't. Would you? No, of course you wouldn't. Because you're not insane. You know what the score is. It's 4-1. Yes, it's not too late to change, but I fear that the closing darkness might soon be coming. Yes. Times are growing thin, my friends. So make sure you're ready. And make sure you know what you are ready for. Because there's not much time left. I give you this warning because you ought to know. You deserve to know, citizens of YouTube. I'll see you later.